Hello, this is Scaife Mode.
This is Drake.
This is Fight.
And this is Chocolancer.
Okay, so welcome to the third episode of the Final Fantasy Wiki Let's Play. And here we are in the Imperial base. And we're in the Magitech armor again. So what are you saying?
You've already done the other two parts you said earlier? With
Yep.
Locke and Terra? Okay.
Yeah.
I always found this scene to be pretty hilarious because there's this one part where you're supposed to hit or smack a chest. And
Yeah.
one goes into a battle and the other is when you hide and you pretend to be a cat.
Oh yeah, the cat. I remember that one.
I remember I could never get like, which is the one that avoids the battle, kicking it or hitting it? I can never remember.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell.
I found that going on my intuition generally leads me to the wrong answer. It's just... I don't know, I always get the wrong answer when it comes to those things. Yeah, this was done in two takes, I think. So you might see some editing. And I'll be editing out all the random battles that we haven't already we haven't already seen.
Was it because during that other part, Shadow left or something?
No, it was just two recordings, so something got screwed up. I think I might have missed some chests or something. Something got screwed up, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, okay.
How long did you actually manage to keep Shadow with you?
I kept them for the entire time.
I never seem to be able to keep him until I get to Mount Colt.
I think it's with like how many battles you fight and how much gil you earn or something. Because he says I've earned my fee or something like that.
No, it's 1/16th chance after every battle. That's what it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you're not any luckier. You just don't want to fight battles with Shadow, generally speaking.
Okay.
And so yeah, back there we saw the stray cat, which is a pretty important enemy to fight. You want to fight it right now because it's going to become immensely useful if you ever want to use Gao later in the game.
Yeah,
Right,
I found it.
The scratch attack, I remember that. How does it work? How exactly does it work?
It's non-elemental, and I think it's got a pretty high battle power by itself.
It's
so
Like three times the standard
It's
value.
four.
I think.
It's four times
Four.
your normal attack. And you can later, there's like a certain item you can get that makes, it's a merit award that lets you equip anything, and if you give a certain sword at the Tempest, that allows you to attack all enemies with a wind attack randomly, and if you give that to Gao with the cat scratch, it does obscene amounts of damage, and it's...
Yeah,
actually,
you get the famous Wind God glitch.
Oh, get with the Wingard Gal thing. Yeah, I saw that in the guide the other day.
Yeah, and then Squaresoft or Enix or whatever, they had to take it out of the remakes. Like, come on, guys, the game's already broken without it. Who cares?
Yeah, that's right. It's sort of if it's gonna make a lot of difference.
It was probably the only thing they ever fixed, along with the Vanish Doom.
Yeah.
And the sketch
Like, you want to nerf a
the
game breaker
sketch
like
bug, remember
nerf
that?
Ultima.
I never played the advanced release, but they took off the... Oh, shoot.
Oh, yeah, by the
there
way,
he goes.
He does leave.
Hey, you jerk!
Yeah,
Pussy.
But-
jerk.
But I cut back to a time when it actually did happen.
Oh yeah,
The
edit.
Time Traveler.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I mean, I left it in because, you might want to see it happening, in the sense that, like, this is what happens if Shadow leaves, but it didn't happen. He's staying in the party for the rest of the time.
Alright.
Yeah, on the train and now he's stuck with ya.
Yep.
Like, what am I getting myself into? What are these people making me do? I meant like Shadow stuck
Yeah.
on the train.
Yeah, he can't leave when you're on the train, obviously, because you're stuck on the train, as Drake said.
Yeah.
So yeah, here comes the Phantom Train, which is probably the majority of Sabin's playthrough. It's a pretty long dungeon.
I think it's like one of the most coolest dungeons in the series, like every game has like the caves or the factories or forts or whatever. Then you've got this train full of ghosts. It's really unique and cool,
Yeah,
especially for the time.
Yeah, that's right. How many times have you seen a dungeon based on a train? I think it's a very cool concept. Also, I think it's got one of the best, I'd say, endings. The very sad ending at the game.
Yeah, this is a very good
when
dungeon.
when you see Cian saying goodbye to his family, and you can't do anything but sit and wait. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, well, I
think you
made
can
fun of it
leave,
in my
but-
walkthrough, but I felt like a jerk for it. Like, the dude lost his family, and I'm making jokes. What the hell am I doing?
Yeah, Cyan's storyline is, like, as I said in the last part, it's really one of the saddest storylines in all of Final Fantasy. It's just, there's no redeeming, like, anything for Cyan, and yet he just takes it, and he manages to make it through the entire game. I mean, Cyan's probably my favorite character as in story in this game.
Well, he's kind of a battle-hardened samurai, so yeah, he has to have that kind of personality. But yeah, they kind of butchered it in the translation. They made him look like some kind of valiant knight that says, "Oh, Sir Sabin," or "Oh, Sir Gao."
Hey guys, how do you pronounce his name? I thought all this time I've been saying Cian. I thought it was Cian. The Romaji doesn't give us any clue about it.
Because they changed his name from, Woosley changed his name from Cayenne, as in the pepper, to Cyan. I
No,
don't...
it's Cian, not Cian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
cyan,
like he's
the color, cyan.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a light blue or something, which, like, I guess sort of fits because he's got bluish armor. Maybe.
And,
So why is it that why is it that so many people hate Cian? I thought he was a cool character. I thought he was useful.
My
Yeah, he
big
wasn't that
problem
bad.
was he like I didn't like that he didn't like the machines or whatever because like Magitech is awesome and then Cyan's complaining I don't want to use this, like that was my thing with him.
I think
yeah.
it's hard because he's kind of butchered in gameplay. He's probably the third or fourth worst character in the game. Like, he's not bad, but there are people who are better, so there's no reason to ever use him after a certain point in the game.
And also,
But I remember
his sword
I gave. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember I gave Cyan what was his name? Viesper Bismarck thing. The one that gives you +2 strength each time you level up. And by the time he was level 50, Cyan was dealing easily 3,000 damage points per turn. And then I gave him a Genji Globe, so he could wield 2 swords at the same time. So he was easily dealing 6,000 damage per turn. And I thought, he didn't suck. This is awesome. So what's the deal? Why the hate?
Yeah, it's basically like, why use Cyan when you can use basically anyone else and do the same amount of damage for less work?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Locke
you
can
like-
do much better than Cyan, actually.
Yeah, like, you know, you got Sabin with Phantom Rush or Bum Rush, whatever, Edgar with the chainsaw, and then you got Cyan, he has to charge up all the good attacks. You just gotta sit there and wait.
Yeah, it's like the same problem with like people like Umaru, who's like not an offensive character, but he's not all that useful in battle.
Yeah.
And yeah, I
guess,
mean, to give Cyan credit, he's not the worst character in the game. There are worse characters, such as I get lost a little bit here, but I figure out what I'm supposed to be going after in a second. But they like Strago, Umaru, and Setzer are all worse characters than Cyan in battle.
Yeah, but Setzer does become awesome after you give him the fixed dice thing. He deals obscene amounts of damage afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but unless
Of course,
you use, yeah,
that's until you get to Captain's Tower, which is like. I remember there was this. It wasn't a glitch. It was this very, very, very neat way of getting the fixed dice. You had to equip the. What's the name of the relic that has you avoid every
The Moogle
random
Charm.
encounter? That's the one. You had that one equipped so you can stroll around Kefka's Tower at low levels and get the fixed dice then.
What's the relic called again?
I'm sorry?
What's the
Moogle
relic
Charm.
called?
It's the Moogle Charm.
Oh, the Moogle Charm, yeah. Yeah, I remember
Or
that.
Malulu's Charm in the advanced release, I
Malulu's
think it
Charm,
is.
that's right.
yeah, it's probably like as soon as you can get Mog, you can get that, and that makes makes Setzer infinitely more useful because otherwise he's a completely worthless character. There's nothing good about him at all.
Really? Well, if you get the fixed dice and what's it call it? The scroll, the master scroll.
Offering.
The offering. He does insane amounts of damage if he rolls all
That's
sixes.
that's what I meant. Exactly.
Well, it doesn't even have to roll 6s. Like you can roll like 4s or 5s, and if his level's high enough, he'll still do like 9, 9 to 9. It's insane.
The problem is that he, without the fixed dice, there's no reason to ever use Setsu because all his other weapons are weak, and his slots are an awful ability because the game rigs them against you.
Yeah.
I never really scored a good roll with slots. It's pretty bad. But I heard that if you get a green cherry, you can actually rig the slots.
Echo Screen does it too. If you use the way the random number generator works is that every time a certain attack is used, it goes up by a certain amount of points. Echo Screen makes it go up a certain amount of points, and so you can get every single slot combination when you do that.
Then I guess I might have made a mistake. Then I thought it was green cherry.
I think maybe Green Cherry does it too, I don't know. But Echo Screen's the classic one. And Echo Screen is interesting because you can't buy them in the second half of the game. So, if you wanted to exploit his slots, then you could do that.
Oh god.
I think we should get back to the part of the game we're actually playing. What do you guys think? The train, I mean.
I don't know why Sabin eats this.
I'm not even sure why the ghosts have food there. Do the ghosts eat? Seriously?
Maybe it's like magically, I don't know, magically appearing food or something?
Speaking of ghosts...
considering everything else on the train.
Yeah. Speaking of ghosts, we totally didn't mention that I picked up the Ghost Party member a few minutes back. Basically, the Ghost Party member is useless. It has horrible stats, isn't equipped with anything. It has one ability called Possess, which kills it and instantly kills the enemy it's attacking. But other than that, it's not any good.
That's what you use it for.
It has its use for like the mini boss that's later on, but yeah, it's pretty worthless. Like it can't even kill anything.
You can just punch, but well, ghosts can't really punch.
Yeah, it just ends up not being... I mean, it's like kind of cool that you have it join your party, but it's not a particularly satisfying party member.
I remember I always had fun. I'd put the ghost in the lead, so his sprite is the overworld one, and then I just wander around pretending I'm in disguise and the ghost or something like that.
I love this quote. Calls him a manicurist.
Manicurists exist in this world?
Skate, I don't know if you've mentioned this already, but for each one of Sabin's blitz, there's actually two ways of performing the blitz. Have you mentioned that?
No, I haven't. You want to talk about it, or?
No, because I can't remember the actual combinations.
Okay, well, I'll talk about them then. So basically, when Sabin says like you need to do a diagonal, you can tap the directional button twice that happens before, and it still puts like Aura Bolt is left, up, left, up. We can also do left, left, up, and you can do that for all the blitzes basically.
Yeah, exactly. This becomes insanely useful if you're playing the game on an emulator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Like,
it's good for his final blitz, which is an entire circle around the directional pad.
Yeah, that one's nuts. I can never do that one the proper way.
I remember when I had the anthology release, I would actually do it legit, like face roll the directional button, and it would sometimes work, it would sometimes won't, until I realized, yeah, you could actually tap a directional button twice, and I was like, what the heck,
And now I open it.
Is it like a glitch, or is that intended by Square to be done, or whatever?
I think it's intended. I don't think it's a glitch, because the first time I played this game, oh god, that was 10 years ago. The first time I played this game, I remember having read this same strategy on a magazine, on a strategy guide.
And there goes the ghost. Sorry, there.
Yeah.
There goes the ghost. That's its use, folks. That's the ghost's only use. Sorry there, Fi.
No,
I've never thought
you
that
can
many
only
boss.
use them as cannon fodder. Just having. Oh, not to mention, the ghost just possessed another ghost.
Cosmic.
I was tempted to make an Inception joke, but those are getting pretty old, right?
I was gonna say it's really meta.
Yeah, especially since the movie came out several years ago now.
Just something else for the folks at home. If you don't use the ghosts there, like when you get to the save point here, they take off. I think they're scared of the phantom train at the locomotive or something.